What's up, YouTube? Reacting to I tried hole in the wall restaurants while we're watching and eating my food.
Small restaurants that many people have claimed is sketchy, dirty, and has the worst service on planet Earth.
Wait, I thought hole in the wall restaurants are like restaurants that are like hidden, you know? Like restaurants that are not popping.
Is this a bad idea? Maybe. But the thing is, my entire life, I have always been told that the best...
I don't know, sometimes I feel like, okay, where do they, Yelp or whatever, those like review websites, I feel like the only time people go there is when they have to complain. So that's like people, I feel like people never go to like a good place and be like, oh yeah, this is good, let me just go on Yelp and give them a good review. But if you're getting pissed off, you want to put that energy somewhere, and your way of putting your energy out is going to Yelp and complaining, which messes up the reviews, giving them a lower score because nobody goes to Yelp to like giving them a good review, you know. So I feel like those restaurants, they're not as bad as people make it seem like.
Food you'll ever have comes from places...
Unless it's not like reviews from Yelp, it's like actual personal people you know that's saying like, oh, this is ass, then yeah, it might actually be ass. It could be that, or they just had like one bad time. But you know, for the most part, it's probably the Yelp thing.
Like this one. So today I'm putting that theory to the test by eating at hole-in-the-wall restaurants in my city to see if they are worth the risk, regardless of the reviews. Alrighty everyone, so the first hole in the wall on my list is called Hometown Cafe. And based on what I could dig up online, this place was established in 2014 and is dedicated to providing authentic Chinese fast food with fresh, healthy, and tasty flavors at reasonable prices, which sounds great. However, I am a little nervous after reading a few reviews with people saying things like, their meal tasted disgusting, workers were extremely rude, and this lady named Roxanne literally just said, dirty. The only saving grace is that I did find out about this place through a recommendation from a friend that I trust. So, we'll see how it goes.
Bro, Chinese, I remember I went to this Chinese restaurant and the food was good. But I'm gonna be honest, I found a bug in my food. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even say shit. I just took it out because I was a little kid, bro. I didn't really care. I just moved it aside and I kept eating my food. Me now, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'll get disgusted, but the food did taste good and I was a kid, so oh fuck.
Interesting. So the best way I can explain how this restaurant works is by comparing it to Panda Express. Essentially, there's a huge array of different food items to choose from, and you kind of just pick what you want. Eat here. It was honestly a bit overwhelming because there were so many choices, but thankfully, I already had an idea of what to get since I asked my friend ahead of time. So my food has been acquired, and as y'all can see, it is served in a cafeteria tray, which I find pretty cool since it kind of makes me feel like I'm in school again. On my tray, we got some rice, braised pork belly, spicy stir-fried chicken, and some mapo tofu. This is Hometown Cafe's 3-item tray, and the craziest thing is, all of this food only cost 13 bucks. That's a really good deal. Anyways, now that I have my food,
That's a steal. Wait, what did you get? This doesn't look that bad.
See, it is served in a
Oh wait, the portions are small, I'm gonna be honest. But it doesn't look that bad.
Cafeteria tray, which I find pretty cool since it kind of makes me feel this food only cost 13 bucks. That's a really good deal. Anyways, now that I have my food, that means I can officially debunk a few of those bad reviews. The first being that the workers here are supposedly rude. That is not the case at all. Even with me taking a little bit to decide what to get, all of the ladies serving food were extremely...
That was probably a white lady that wrote that.
The first being that the workers here are supposedly rude. That is not the case at all.
I feel like, bro, usually when it's like somebody complaining about the workers, it's usually a white lady that was probably rude to them at first, or just I don't know, she's just having a fucking horrible day.
Even with me taking
I could just imagine like a white lady just having like they're probably foreigners, right? They're probably foreigners, and she probably heard them start talking in Mandarin or whatever, and was probably like, oh, they're probably talking shit. They probably talk shit, and then and then put that on her fucking Yelp review or whatever.
taking a little bit to decide what to get, all of the ladies serving food were extremely nice to me. And while the restaurant itself isn't super modern, it doesn't feel dirty by all means. The only review left to cross out is about the food allegedly tasting disgusting. I really hope that's not the case, but let's find out. Starting with the pork belly. Cheers. Oh my lord, that is packed with flavor. Low-key, I kind of could already tell that this was gonna be good based on how it looks, because as a kid, I ate this dish a lot. The only difference is that I guess I ate the Vietnamese version, which is called the co. Flavor-wise, there's a lot of depth to it. It's salty, savory, slightly sweet. The pork belly is cooked perfectly. Each piece has a nice chunk of fat on it. However, it's still edible because the fat was braised and rendered out for a long period of time. Overall, this is a pretty good start. Next, let's try the spicy chicken. Hopefully it's not dry. I want to take another bite, but with rice this time. Oh yeah, that's good. First things first, this chicken is not dry at all, which is surprising considering I'm not exactly sure how long it was sitting out underneath the buffet style lights. Just like the pork belly, it is packed with flavor. I think on its own, it's a little salty, but with the rice, it is like perfect. So far, the food is not bad by all means. In fact, it's quite good. However, the first two dishes I tried were actually recommended by my friend, so I kind of assumed it'd be delicious. I did choose the last item on my own, low-key, because I was panicking a little bit. Hopefully, it is also up to par. Ladies and gents, after trying all of the items in front of me, I can officially confirm that the food here is gas. The texture of the mapo tofu was surprisingly really solid, despite being under those lights for who knows how long. It's not too thick, which I feel like I run into quite often whenever I'm eating mapo tofu.
See, I feel like every time I watch these videos of like people reviewing shit, it's always just people that had like a bad experience. Like I always used to watch Phase Rug review stuff, and it's always like he likes it. It's never like it was a bad experience. It's either because he's nice or it genuinely wasn't that bad.
I think my only critiques would be that I kind of wish it was like a little spicier so you get that like mala type heat, you know? But other than that, it's great. At first glance, I might have never stumbled upon this restaurant because of the reviews. However, I am very glad a friend recommended this to me because I feel like that's how most hole-in-the-wall hidden gems are discovered in the first place. I am officially done with my meal, but before I head out, it is very important that I write down my score for every restaurant I visit because by the end of this video, only one will earn the title of Dylan's fave hole-in-the-wall restaurant. The plaque is real, by the way, so I hope whoever wins ends up hanging it in their restaurant because I feel like that'd be really funny. Anyways, let's head to the next spot. Now real quick, I have been reading the comments lately and it seems like quite a few of y'all are very worried about me potentially getting food poisoning from one of these restaurants. Thank you everyone for caring about me so much. I appreciate it, but personally, I do think it's worth the risk, especially because if I got sick, I would be able to find a doctor and get it sorted right away, all thanks to ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video. ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book on what to expect. Venezuela. Get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Okay, so I've just arrived at a Venezuelan restaurant named Venezuelan Restaurants. Honestly, for searchability reasons, kind of genius. Now here's the thing, I have never actually had Venezuelan food before, which means I am clueless on what to expect and what to order. However, I do believe that if you want to try something new for the very first time, a hole in the wall is the perfect place to do just that. Let's go see if my theory is correct. As I made my way through the front doors, I was actually quite surprised because unlike most hole-in-the-wall restaurants, the inside of here felt pretty modern. This might just be like a me thing, but usually the grungier a place looks, the more authentic it feels. Based on that, I am a little concerned, but hopefully I'm wrong. I took a minute to look at the menu, and although they had a bunch of options that sounded really good, since I have absolutely no idea what true authentic Venezuelan dishes even are, I'm gonna need some help. The issue is, there were quite a few reviews about the servers here being extremely rude and
Another
not
white lady.
helpful at all. There also was like a tad bit of a language barrier since, from what I can tell, they only speak Spanish here, and I don't. Hopefully Google Translate can help me out. When she came over, I did my best just to ask for whatever their signature dish is, and I think it all worked out. Alrighty, I'm still not entirely sure what I ordered, but based on that interaction, I can confirm that the staff here, very nice. Awesome, thank you so much. Ooh, ladies and gents, the food has arrived, and this smells delicious. So right here we have a plate of... Yeah, so I have no idea what this is called, since my waitress just pointed at it on the menu. I'll throw the name of it on screen, so at least y'all know. From what I can tell,
Fuck, I only got rice left. That's the worst thing, bro. Cause I either eat it or just waste it. But I'm gonna eat it. Just cause I'm a machine. But anyways, I feel like you know a restaurant is good when they start speaking in there early. They barely can speak English. If they barely can speak English, they have a kid at the cashier, and their kid is their translator. Yo, that's how you know a restaurant is gonna be good. The workers don't know how to speak English. The kid is their only cashier, and their kid is their translator.
So this does come with shredded beef, black beans, avocado, white rice with a fried egg on top, and some plantains. I did confirm that the dish itself is very, very popular in Venezuela. So that's really all I needed to know. Now, I'm not entirely sure how to properly eat this, but since it is a rice plate, I'm assuming I just mix things up as I go and take a big old bite with everything. To any Venezuelans watching, if this is wrong, please don't be mad. Cheers. Dude, at this point, I'm pretty much convinced that the food from anywhere in Latin America is just gonna be bomb. Before I give you all a detailed review of all of the flavors, I do want to try everything on my plate individually. Now that I've tried everything on its own, here are my thoughts. By far, the star of this dish has to be the shredded beef. It's cooked perfectly, the beef is nice and tender, it's got a good amount of salt, and I'm not entirely sure if it was like cooked in a broth of some sort, but it's kind of given that. There's also some peppers that were sauteed with the beef, which add a slight sweetness that I did appreciate. I will say, I think what actually surprised me the most were these black beans. See, normally, I'm not really a big fan of beans, but these are quite delicious. I'm not sure if they make this differently in Venezuela, but these beans have like a nice earthy flavor and like a mild sweetness to it that is quite enjoyable. And again, normally, don't like beans. Altogether, I think the reason why that first bite tasted so good was because there was just so much happening. You had the meat.
All right.
Sweetness from the beef, sweetness from the peppers, earthiness from the beans, creaminess from the avocado, and I mean, you gotta love rice. Now there is one more thing on this plate that I have yet to try since I've been saving it for the end, and that is these beautiful plantains. This is my dessert. I don't know how well this picks up on camera, but man, that looks good. Cheers. Oh yeah, that is like the perfect amount of sweetness, nice and caramely. That is a good plantain. Y'all, it is moments exactly like this that remind me how important it is to go out and try new things, and I hope everyone watching gets the same feeling too. The meal came out to a little over $25, and before leaving, I couldn't forget to write down my rating, which I am purposely blurring out for dramatic effect. Ladies and gents, behind me is the next hole-in-the-wall restaurant, and I believe it's called Tukata Thai. Now, to be honest, there's really not much online about this place besides what type of food they serve.
Yo, Thai food? I don't know, bro.
However, y'all, Thai food is literally in my top 5 of favorite cuisines. So
For real? I love mango sticky rice. I love mango sticky rice. Thai food? I don't know. I remember I went to a Thai restaurant with we don't need to know who I went with, but I went to a Thai restaurant. It was a lot of their foods, or like a lot of the dishes were like soups. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like soups. And like the person I was with was telling me, oh, it's really, really good. It's really good. And now looking back at it, it was probably because they like soup. Like their favorite shit was chicken noodle soup. They loved soup, so like, and probably that's probably the reason why they liked it.
hoping that the food here will be just
But me, I don't know. I don't really like soups, you know. I don't really like soups. I like meats. As gay as that sound, I love meat, bro.
as good as all of the other spots I've been to. If anything, I'm hoping it'll be even better. So let's head inside. Now, upon entering the building, I can very confidently say I have never stepped foot in a restaurant that looked quite like this one. The walls were covered in artwork in
Holy shit, that looks like how my house used to look before like all the renovation and shit. Bro, I love houses that have these like these like I don't know what it's called. Paintings, I guess. Where they have like those borders.
these very ornate
It feels nostalgic because that's how my house used to look like.
golden frames. They had these gold statues, and you definitely cannot miss this gigantic plasma screen TV.
Oh
One
shit.
thing's for sure, whoever owns this place really put a lot of time into decorating, and I feel like they have a very big personality. With that being said, some of their reviews did mention the interior being a lot, which I guess is true. Personally, I like it since I'm so tired of restaurants being boring, plain, and all looking the exact same.
Yeah.
At least this spot is unique. I began browsing the menu, and as expected, they had things like pad thai, specialty curries, chicken satay, the usual stuff. All right, I think I'm good to order.
Okay, what will you like?
Can I do the pad thai? And then what is something you recommend, like signature Thai food?
Thai food?
Yeah, the best Thai dish.
The best one is the meat leaf fish.
I'll do that. This is the best one?
That's the best.
The mint leaf fish? Okay, I'll get it. Awesome, thank you. Alrighty, so my food has been ordered, and I'm like 99% sure the dude I was just talking to is also the owner of this place. So if things go well, maybe I can interview him at the end.
This one really good.
Oh wow, thank you so much. Y'all, all of this food in front of me looks so good. I'm kind of in disbelief. So over here we have a beautiful plate of pad thai, and over here was the item that was recommended to me. I believe it's called Thai minted leaf fish. I probably butchered that name, but it doesn't change the fact that it looks so good. First things first, I want to try this pad thai. This is a classic dish at just about any Thai restaurant, made with stir-fried rice noodles that are tossed in a wok with scrambled eggs, tofu, bean sprouts, usually a protein, and of course, that special pad thai sauce. I had to get this since it's such a staple, but also because people online were quite mean about it. Cheers.
See, look, it's like a lot of vegetables, bro. It's also that. It's a lot of vegetables and like I like noodles. I'm from Hawaii. A lot of people eat salmon or what mainland people call ramen. And I'm gonna be honest, ramen or noodles, that's not my favorite, bro. That's not my favorite. I don't really like noodles like that, you feel me? I do fuck with pho though. Pho or however you say it, bro. We have a lot of pho places in Hawaii. Pho is pretty
Oh
good.
my word, that is delicious. No joke, this is one of the best pad thais I've had in like the last year or so. All the ingredients are cooked perfectly. The rice noodles are nice and bouncy. The egg is soft. The fresh bean sprout and peanuts add that great crunchiness. Overall, there's a lot of fun textural things going on. And as for the flavor, I also think they absolutely nailed it. See, sometimes pad thai can be like too sweet or too savory. This is the perfect balance of both. It also has that really nice tanginess from the tamarind paste in the sauce. Very, very yummy. Next up, let's try this fish. Y'all, I literally just realized the bowl this is served in is also shaped like a fish. That is adorable. Now again, this dish is their Thai minted leaves of fish. I have never had it before. However, after seeing how delicious that pad thai is, my expectations are even higher. Oh my lord, look at this piece of fish. That looks gorgeous. Is this even in focus? Cheers. That was a big bite.
I'm hungry still. I want
I'm not
pizza.
sure if y'all could tell on camera, but while I was chewing that, I was experiencing so many different emotions. I promise I'm not exaggerating. This is most likely the best cooked fish dish I've had in my life. Texture-wise, this fish was cooked unbelievably perfect. The outside is fried, so there is that beautiful, crispy, crunchy bite, but the inside was still soft and tender and juicy. Just the cook alone blows my mind. As for the flavor, I am still trying to process everything, if I'm being completely completely transparent. There are so many like spices in here that I am just not knowledgeable enough to communicate. Let me take one more bite and maybe I'll have a better explanation. Oh man, that's so good. I don't understand how this could have so many different flavors, but nothing is overpowering each other. My brain is like breaking right now. I genuinely do not think I know how to describe food well enough to do this dish justice. This is just unbelievably delicious. I continued eating for a while and eventually had to get the rest of my food boxed up since I still had another restaurant to visit after this one. But before leaving, all right, y'all, so I'm here with...
My name is Wood.
First things first, I just want to say the food was absolutely delicious. How long has this restaurant been open for?
Almost 31 years now.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does the name of the restaurant mean? Because it's a word in Thai, right?
It's a Thai doll, a doll. Tuk Thai is my wife's name though.
Oh.
Tuk Thai, yeah.
Oh, wait, so you named this restaurant after your wife?
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful.
Tuk Thai is Tuk Thai, a Thai doll, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
How has business been?
It's up and down, up and down. We mostly get a lot of takeout order, yeah.
Voot also explained to me how much COVID affected things at the restaurant, and that since he and his chef are getting up there in age, chances are they'll really only be able to run this place for 2 more years. That's really all the questions I had to ask. Again, I just want to say thank you so much for the food.
You're welcome.
That was delicious.
Thank you for coming though.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody.
Nah, you gotta
my
drop the
meal is
location,
complete,
bro.
And I am leaving this restaurant
Hope you
a
could
very
help.
happy boy. See, not only was the food ridiculously good, the owner was also super nice. I will say, because I got caught up in my conversation with the guy, I completely forgot to write down my score of the restaurant. So before I head to the next place, I'm gonna knock that out real quick. So I'm not entirely sure whether this next restaurant can truly be considered a hole in the wall, since they've actually managed to win quite a few awards. This is La Mea, a restaurant that's been around for over 14 years, serving up classic Vietnamese dishes. Now, although they
Oh,
have
shit.
been recognized by multiple local magazines, based on the photos online, I still consider it a hole in the wall, so do with that what you will. I'm gonna go inside.
damn, bro. Kind of needs some chapsticks, bro. Nah, but I love Vietnamese food, bro. Vietnamese foods is pretty good.
So maybe it's because of the old booths, the amount of decorative flowers everywhere, or the huge water stain on the ceiling, but I feel like this is exactly what most people would imagine a hole-in-the-wall restaurant looking like. So I just got seated, and it's about time I admit that I've actually been here before. I used to come here very often with my mom around like 2012, 2013, and I remember the food being very, very yummy. However, based on a few reviews that I read prior to arriving, it seems like a lot of people are saying this place has gone downhill. I'll be the judge of that, but first, let's check out this menu. Similar to the other spots, La Mea also had exactly what you'd expect from a Vietnamese restaurant, like rice dishes, bún bò, and of course, beautiful bowls of pho. There are so many classics to choose from, but I actually want to get something that's not commonly found in other restaurants. Ooh, thank you. Ladies and gents, the food has arrived,
shit.
and I'm very happy right now. This dish right here is called bánh hoi đặc biệt. For those unfamiliar, bánh hoi is a dish that originated in Vietnam's south-central coast region. It's made with vermicelli noodles that are woven into bundles, then topped with scallions and served cold. I honestly cannot remember the last time I ate this, but it's literally one of my favorite Viet dishes of all time. I think it's extremely underrated, and chances are you'll only be able to eat it at home or a hole-in-the-wall Viet place like this one. Now, because I got the fancier version of this dish, it comes with egg rolls, grilled pork,
Oh,
shrimp,
shit,
fried
that
shrimp
low-key
paste
looks
wrapped in
good.
bean curd, nem nung, which is a grilled pork sausage, and of course the beautiful noodles laying below. It also comes with some veggies and rice paper. Now the way to eat this is pretty simple. Basically, all you do is grab some rice paper or lettuce, then fill it with other ingredients to make a little wrap. Once everything is good to go, just dip it in the fish sauce, and cheers. Yup. I'm a very happy boy. Everything about this is absolutely perfect. All of the veggies are super crisp. Grilled pork is cooked perfectly, and it has a nice char on it for that extra smoky flavor, and you can't go wrong with that smooth,
Oh,
tangy fish
shit.
sauce. Next, I made a little wrap with the rice paper, since that's another way you could eat this. As long as I kind of wrap this like a spring roll, I should be good. Yeah, this looks real dumb, but that's why I just eat food and I'm not a chef. Little dip, cheers.
I took a really big bite, but oh man, that's good.
I'm not sure if all of those reviewers just have crazy high standards, but to me, the food here is absolutely fantastic, and I do not think they've lost their touch at all. Oh, and for anyone who thinks that they just suddenly made the food better since I'm filming with an iPhone, I promise you, the Vietnamese do not care. I finished the food and came out to roughly
Nah, actually, though.
$15. Then, of course, I had to write down my official score. Okay, so it's been about a week since I've eaten at all of those hole-in-the-wall restaurants, and after very careful deliberation, it's time to crown my favorite hole-in-the-wall. This was not an
He's
easy
gotta pick the
choice to make,
Vietnamese
since
place.
Everywhere I went had fantastic food, but there was one that stood out to me the most. Hello. I'm back. Okay, so I'm here with
Oh,
Ruth
damn
once
it.
again, and
Alright,
after
wrong.
eating here, I have never craved Thai food more than ever in my entire life. So, with that being said, I have something for you in my bag. Here you go.
Thank you.
It says Dylan's favorite hole-in-the-wall restaurant.
I gotta put that on the wall. I gotta put that on the wall.
Really?
Aw.
I gotta put that on the wall.
Well, I know you mentioned that like y'all might retire in 2 years. Hopefully business continues to boom. That way when you do retire, you know, you guys can just relax on a beach to hang out.
Thank you.
But anyways, thank you so much for the food.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's means a lot to me.
Aww. W-mans. That was a good video. A little shorter video from me. Shit, I didn't yap as much. I'm not on my Joe Bart shit today. Anyways, thank you, YouTube.